Did you ever consider changing your last name to Doherty to fit in with them?
That's good. No, I haven't heard that before, but I am now.
Hello again. I love this outfit.
Thank you.
Nice. So congratulations, walking this red carpet. How do you get used to walking a red carpet?
This is my first one.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I've never been able to make any other premiere, so this is my first one. Yeah, it's just
Not even the Descendants one, you didn't make it?
no, I never made it to any of them. So yeah, it's really cool. Like you guys are all so lovely. Like it's amazing to see. I mean, because we've not seen each other for 2 years, so this is the first time I've been able to see Desmond and Tice and even Juliet. So yeah, it's really cool.
I'm always nervous. This is the most nerve-wracking part of anything because all eyes, it feels, are on you. There's like a lot of bright lights and you're like, okay, just play it cool. But yeah, it's exciting anyways to be able to be here with everyone.
Kind of crazy. I really wasn't expecting this many people to show up as well. I thought it'd be like one guy with a camera being like, hey, Harry, are you interested? But no, it's pretty crazy, so I'm a bit overwhelmed right now. Yeah, 2 years in the process. Absolutely insane. And I just really hope people enjoy it. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. It's always more fun to see it on a big screen.
Absolutely.
Although, is it terrifying for you to see yourself?
Absolutely terrifying. I hate it. I can't say. Every time I see myself, I'm like, no.
I mean, interviewing you earlier, you guys didn't miss a beat, so I love that.
Yeah.
Did you guys do anything to build that chemistry when you first met?
We actually knew each other before. We met before, and because we kind of the same auditions and stuff. So me and High kind of hit it off instantly. And Juliet is so lovely, such a generous person with her energy and her time. And they're just both really nice people. So you don't have to try with that.
How good were your piano skills before this movie? Was that something you dabbled in? Were you good at it?
It was okay. I mean, I could play some tunes, you know, but I wasn't proficient by any standard. And by the time the movie came around, I was a lot better. We had 2 months of prep, 8 hours a day on the piano. My fingers were bleeding in like half the scenes, to be honest.
You got to dedicate yourself, and it seems like you did.
Dude, it was so much fun as well. And now I have a new skill. Put that on the resume.
That's one of the best things about acting is I feel like you get to learn the things you probably wouldn't, and then it's a great party trick later.
Oh, absolutely. If anyone ever wants me to horse ride while sword fighting, I'm your man.
Your character is sort of the muse for these guys over here. Who has inspired you the most, whether it's with your craft or just in life?
Well, my favorite dance film of all time is Funny Face with Audrey Hepburn, Fred Astaire. So definitely a bit of that old cinema, musical, song and dance, just transformed into beautiful filmmaking has always been a big inspiration for me. And of course, the actors and actresses that portrayed that early on and paved the way for us now.
There's a plethora of people with so many different disciplines and crafts that inspire you. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be in this industry. I mean, just to see someone so passionate and in love with what they do and so open to progressing and to changing and to growing with it. It doesn't necessarily need to exclusively be acting or singing or dancing. But I'd say I do love Leo DiCaprio. Brian Cox as well. Love Brian Cox. There's so many. I mean,
You and Leo could be like brothers or so. Or you could be like a younger version of Leo. You kind of got the
she said it, Leo.
I did. We're going to cast it in the next movie, right?
My mum, my family. But I mean, if you want to go down a more commercial route, Leonardo DiCaprio has always been an inspiration to me. James McAvoy, Thomas himself, he's wherever he is. He's got
a lot more like he said Leo as well. So
he said Leo as well. Oh, well, he's stealing my answers. I whispered that before he went there. I'm just kidding.
We'll just say your part first.
Yeah, exactly. Show mine first, and it looks like he's stealing. Please do that. No, but their attitudes, Juliet and Thomas, they're over there. They're phenomenal. I absolutely love working with them, and they were massive inspirations to me while they were filming. Learned so much from both of them, from Jane and Sydney. Everyone who was on the set was so talented. So,
did you ever consider changing your last name to Doherty to fit in with them?
That's good. No, I haven't heard that before, but I am now.
I was holding on to it all day. I didn't ask it before. Like,
Harry Doherty, Juliet Doherty, and Thomas Doherty.
That would really confuse people.
That would. She has literally changed her Instagram bio to "He is not my brother," because that's how many people. She's had thousands of messages going, "This is a bit weird. Aren't you kissing him?"
I can't even count the messages I've gotten, so I just decided to put it in my bio. Hopefully, some number of people will just read it and take it seriously. It's not a joke, people. It's not a joke. We're not related.
Obviously, you're you're known for dancing, you're making this transition to acting, and also we have social media that's really made an impact on the dance world in the past few years, especially with YouTube and TikTok. How has that affected you, and what's it like to see your medium become so big now?
Yeah, dances, it really has blown up on Instagram and social media with that platform to bring it to more mainstream audiences. So it's exciting to be able to share something, a story like this, with a lot of young people who might not otherwise have had this exposure, and to see an inspirational story on the screen and be shared through social media. So I'm excited to see the conversation that will end up happening on social media and hear feedback, and hopefully it'll be a lot of positive conversation happening between young dancers, supporting each other and sharing their stories of whether it be disappointment or triumphs. There's a bit of both.
I mean, I'm not a dancer, but I've even gotten sucked into watching all the shows and all of that. So.
Yeah, I think it's incredibly relatable, the story. It's, if you are anybody, artists, non-artists alike, going after something, you're definitely going to relate to this story because everything has its ups and downs, and you just have to learn to adapt.